Hey everybody, Jason Klamm here with my campaign vlog. Well, I guess at this point I was going to address some kind of, give you a nice little state of the campaign address since it's the beginning of the month. But I mean, at this point, I mean, let's be honest, we've been talking about transparency and honesty in my campaign since the beginning, since 2004. And it's at this point the most transparent campaign in history. There is a series of intentional campaign, behind the scenes videos that have been going out. So you've probably seen a lot that's going on, not just in the campaign, but just for me personally. I've been so caught up with, revisiting those same videos and talking to the people releasing them about turning them into a documentary that I haven't been able to even address a lot of things that have been going on with the campaign. So thoroughly invested am I in these videos, and their release, and people understanding them and knowing what's going on. Last month it was revealed that, we lost a lot of Secret Service agents in the campaign. They were trying to protect me. Let's first of all, let's correct a few things. They were not technically actually Secret Service agents. They were part of a service. We paid a fee for them. Various types of services. They were considered presidential escorts, not specifically presidential, but they were just for whatever means necessary. And they were mostly licensed to handle guns. And I guess a lot of them weren't very quick on the draw. I was kind of green as far as candidacy goes at the time. So some people got a little angry when things get out of hand. People try to take things into their own hands, and you know what? Freedom of noise. There's nothing more American than that. Freedom of noise, freedom of sound, freedom to express yourself however you like, including by an automobile. I guess the only limit I would put on that is freedom to express yourself with a gun. And that is, while my Secret Service agents did not specifically express themselves with their guns, expressing that they wished me not to die. They did die in the line of fire, in the line of duty. Of course, they died in the line of fire. I'm not going to edit that out. Again, transparency is very important to us at this point. But there are other things I'd like to address. We're trying to be on top of the issues on what's going on in our campaign. Of course, you want to know what's going on. You may have seen that we had a leak in our campaign. That person turned out to be a journalist. She'll go unmentioned at this point for various reasons, but what should be noted is that my competitor, one of my main competitors in this race, L.B. Barker, my former campaign manager, is so behind the times, he just put out a vlog revealing to us that she was the mole. We knew this. We knew this weeks ago. That's how behind he is and how caught up he is with having to deal with, I guess maybe a few monkey wrenches being thrown into his plans by our campaign, which I'll admit, transparency, I will admit. Not going to edit this. Not going to edit it. I just feel like we've gotten in his head a little bit, and that's fine with me. That's great. You know what? I think he needs to understand that, he helped get this campaign going, so it's inevitable that he's going to be tied to it. At the end of the day, he worked for a guy who stands for what I stand for. He may stand for what he stands for separately. But by standing with me originally, he at one point stood for what I stand for by the transitive property. So I just thought I would address that. And, my book, Looking Forward to Hope More, has recently seen a slight surge, uptick in sales. Because it was mentioned on my associate's blog, Dan Gomiller. He decided to express some opinions he'd never expressed to me personally about me and my book via his blog, not to my face. And that book has since, like I said, seen a bit of a surge in sales. And because of that, people are talking about things I've said about the homeless or about the military or even about my own life that people are getting offended with. That's fine. You're allowed to be offended. That is your constitutional right to be offended. So I just feel like, though, if you're going to be offended, you maybe don't express that to me. Express it to Dan. He's at thread level O or Oren, thread level Oren. There's no GE at the end because he couldn't fit it in, because he didn't plan properly, but that's okay. That's just what happens in this world of digital things. So, yeah, express your frustrations with him. I wrote that when I was 2004. When I was 4. It came out when I was 24. I wrote it, and I finished it in 2008 when I was 28. That is what I was trying to say. Again, I am not going to edit this. So, anyway, thank you guys very much for checking out my presidential campaign vlog. And thank you guys for watching all those other videos that are out there of the campaign that we will not take down ever. I'm Jason Klamm, and I'm looking forward to being your president.